Good morning, we are here with Dylan, and good morning, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. I appear to have crashed my button system this morning, but that's okay. We do have a save for Riven, so we can go ahead and play that. Good morning, Zerk. How are you doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. We'll have to see how things go, and quickly restart my cheaty buttons, because it just makes life a lot easier when my Stream Deck wants to cooperate. It's funny, I started talking, I'm like, nothing's happening. Well, that's because my Stream Deck button crashed and didn't unmute the mic. So, yes. Good morning, PP Zerk. Hope you're doing well this morning. I managed to find the save from Riven. I felt like such a fool because technically it was there last week. I had just not noticed. If you call it the same thing, or if you call it a word that's short enough that it looks almost the same as the word autosave, it's really easy to miss it. Okay, so, like my wanting to call. Those Fantastic Sherlock Fox can vouch. I've done a bunch of testing, and we may actually have Lego on stream today. Yeah, that's a new one. But I'll see if I can pay attention to the time and take a break somewhere in the middle, just makes life a little easier. So let's go live and get road. Alright, so we're back, and we will start saved game. Oh, actually, streaming. Somehow I missed that word last time. I don't know where my brain was at. Autosave helped. Feeling kind of dumb for not noticing that. Okay. Let's load that one up and that. Oh, right. I'm gonna have to see if I can go through about how the sound is behaving overall, particularly in the tunes, because it occurred to me this is the one I realized I could not shut out the game. There just isn't a version with the music not there. Where we ended off last time, we're checking out Office. Ooh, and it's nice and loud. And you guys aren't hearing. Okay, there, that's a little bit better. So yeah, doors and things are creaking nice and loudly. Things get too loud, please let me know. I can actually turn the game down just a little bit. Now, the other thing I've discovered sounds-wise, and I would like some feedback if you guys have a problem, is that the microphone is actually potentially having a little bit of an issue on the physical mic itself, the main one, just because I don't know exactly what's going on, but I may have accidentally bent the cable. So we're ordering a new one that's a little bit longer. That way I can take the extension out of the story as well. But it's possible that was what was causing part of the issue yesterday, because I couldn't even get it to hardware, not even like the button on the thing. Oh yeah, tech issues, gotta love it. If you look through the book, I believe. Yeah, because we wrote down this code, I got that on a paper. Over here. We discussed how those are numbers. Now, just while we're here though, an interesting piece to note is we did notice one squeaky ball nearby. Squeaky ball, sorry. The little wooden balls with sounds and numbers on them. And this first number on the left happens to be squeak. As in, it makes sounds when you see them. And let's see what's going on with the desk. This. That's actually a separate sound. I'm just gonna note that one down. Must be the wood rolling. So if we need that as part of a code later, we know which sound. But the first one we had, with that sort of eye looking thing, actually had a sound. Wrote that. I'm writing up against a mouse pad, that's awesome. Oh, we read the note. Logging these. It sounds like the balls that were sort of secret are a bit of a giveaway. Now that he's got codes, and then you can, some machines make sounds, then the character had known about it. He's been burning books he doesn't want people, as thinks they're failed ages, doesn't want anyone to link to them. I suspect in some cases, pages wouldn't treat this goof as a god. What? So, are we? Looking back at my hint page was just 2 box. Huh. There. Oops. Not trying to. I guess I just want to make sure that I'm not doing too much back and forth with you guys. Ah. Okay, so we do press the blue button, and then there's an opposite back door. Blue button. Round. The back door. It's definitely not the way we came in. We managed to come in through the vents. Good. Bring us to another one of these maglev units. Well, I mean, the notes called a maglev, but honestly, probably the only way I could see it to functional details. Now, I'm hoping that wasn't the button for the because it was. Oh, nope, there's another one down here. I'm just going to take a look, see if I can click somewhere else. Maybe not. Okay, there's the maglev. We aren't missing any of the little wood thingies. I don't see any around. Head on in. Oh, loud. I think we're going to need to turn the sound down just a little bit. Crank that down just a shade. That's a little loud for my taste. Alright. Should be a little bit better. It's a bit loud. Alright, so I wonder where we're at now, because as I mentioned before, I have played this game, but it's been years, so, really rusty. Whatever it is, it's noisy. Nothing. Gotta go out that way. These are great. Like, I love these views. Like, that would make a great desktop. And I have a suspicion I may have actually made a desktop at some point. Let's just see what we got here. Oh. I don't want an up the nose cam for you guys. That's not high on my list. There we go. Back up the stairs. Yeah, the sound is definitely atmospheric. I actually have some lo-fi stuff going on in the background with Spotify, but I think I'm going to shut that down and just take the risk that I might get called on it for copyright, but I think that's worth it because this can easily be made that there is no way for a player to stream this game while having the sound down, or not down, while having the music off. Like, there just isn't an option. And it's playing a lot louder for me than it is for you guys, I assume. And actually, I've got, like, I own copies of the original soundtrack for both this game and Myst. Wow. But I do own copies of it for that, and went around circles. Sorry, guys. But the games are really quite atmospheric. I do like listening. I wonder, will it let us look down? No. We're going over top of something. I'm gonna miss it. Okay, so we're over top of a hole of sort that we just walked over. That, yeah, see, so you can see down below there's some sort of venting space. So I don't know if we can actually get there. Yeah, there we can look. I don't think we can get there. But we can definitely look and see if there is some sort of shape there. The sound of this one is definitely an atmospheric game. I actually quite like the soundtracks between the two games to listen to as just sort of a background. Unfortunately, as far as I know, there were no soundtracks released later versions of the game, or not later versions, later sequels. But if I was wrong and we ever do manage to find some for the rest, I certainly would add them to my playlist. Like the music style in there. I can't remember which was which, but one of the two Miller brothers, Robin and Rand, one was more or less in charge of the music and did a lot of the voice acting and stuff, whereas the other one was more of the heavy-duty programmer, and so they both worked on the art style. As a side note, though, the makers of this game are now, they have a ventures system. So in addition to the release of the new Myst game, they go down. You are super loud today. Try that. Okay. In addition to the Myst, well, that's game audio, nothing for you. Try that. Okay. They now have a ventures company. What? Out here and see what we. It's a puzzle. So it looks like we're supposed to find domes for the 5 marbles. Locations of the 5 marbles on the island. Right, so we need to figure out where those are. Oh, I'll definitely say it's atmospheric. I have a lot of bass. And I think I'm just going to briefly switch over my headset to earbuds. I've been trying to run without because I had problems getting them charged at one point. Noted that they couldn't hear my game when I was doing that, and you may still not be able, but it's one of those better safe than sorry moments. That button doesn't seem to do too much. That's good news. Let's see what else we can. La 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 la. Wow. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so that didn't do much. A little bubble over there, but that's about it. E. Figure out which island is which. Extended path, we can go. Oh, okay. Hmm. Flat bump. Turns it around, right? Wonder if for that apostrophe N-I writing. N-E, if I turns it off if I go. That was this corner. Okay. If I press this shape, I'm gonna make it the lower left one probably. Bubble? Not? Taking my mouse. Do anything with it. There it is. Okay, so the lower left bubbling, come on. Ah. All that does? Got the lower left shape if I here. Oh, okay, so it's got that up. Press the button, it turns spiky. Huh. Okay. Mapping them to the different islands. But great. Shape. That tell me. Get that we can map it to each one, but I'm not really sure nor how to know which one's which without drawing a gazillion pictures. Oh, I see. Okay. In theory, I can actually go and take a look at which one's which all the way across. Not much. So it's just journal off. So it's pretty obvious which one which. So let's see. Did left to right, top to bottom mapping. One. Well, this two. Well, one, three, just sort of left to right thing. Four, and then five. I'm going to call two. Okay. Each of the shapes can be mapped to one of the islands. Got it. Bubbles aren't really helping me. Where the locations are. But that's not really sure what the point is of that. If we need it again, I guess we can come back because that piece. Back down. Walking back along the path. Yeah. This feels weird because we're above the water till we. Oh, there's another side. Okay. Door over there, so I want to see what that door does. One thing I will say for this age of the game is it doesn't very good idea of what's going on with your mouse. You can either click into this and keep going or off. So I'm off here. I like the look of this. Oh, that's always disconnected. Like tusks. Animal. Okay, there's a lever while I'm looking at them. Huh. A stick. Going wherever this goes, probably. One of the things I think I got spoiled by in the re-release of the Myst game is that it re-release seems to have allowed us a shorter delay between actions and videos. It seems having good transitions. Graphics are a little. Wonder if when I made it windowed so that it would stream better. I wonder if I didn't up the quality. The elevator. Oops. Good. No, I don't want it. Try and resume the game and see. Nope, didn't change anything. Ooh, nice. Uh-oh, what's that? You saw that. There's actually somebody else in this game for once. Oh, good. Yeah, I guess we're not following that guy. Hmm. Out here. Another one of those seat things. Buttons? It is incredibly atmospheric. Wow. Ooh. Shapes. this one, or the one that made a wood roll sound, but that's going to be vertical. Uh, light. It looks like it's a eyeball shape. I think. Like they could also be numbers, but they're vertical or horizontal. Colors. Okay, so this one, vertical line, and that's where we are. That is, aha. Here's where all those tests are coming. It's called a work. W8. Kind of neat that they have new animals haven't got in our world. But excellent. Oops. Okay. Doesn't change off. Oh, okay. So if I hit the loop, then it will turn yellow. Devil light. Vertical dot. I've got something to work on. There's on the islands. Vertical dot one. That was not horizontal dot. That was yellow line. Something. What does the left hand? It says yellow symbol. Oh, little blobs. Okay. Left cover. Other one. Bet you that's Catherine. Lady we're looking for. It's hard to tell. These look like shadowy shapes. That might have been the office we were. Reflection. That is looks like a platform. Oh. There are things that don't translate so well in the large. Back to the other one again. Happens when Ooh. Oh. In there. Rotate. Oh. Saw something. And put on whatever. Can't go very far because it looks like bars or something. That I'm going to assume for now that might be Catherine, but if it is, then that means we have to get her out of there. Want to really put on whatever and then cave. Could be wrong. That's not just trying to give you spoiler info. I remember, but she up and put not too. Now she's got it on and is back and forth, expecting something. Seriously, hope she didn't put it on in this room. Just that would be a concept I don't really want to. It wouldn't show it in the video, but voyeuristic thing that I'm not so. Okay, so now that I've seen. And the other one looks like a. Oh. Oh. Could I... Hmm. Oh yeah, the button. Right. How I got here in the first place. So really, the only place to go from here, you take Maglev back. Hmm. That go. Back or we have some idea where. That was my coffee break. Yay! Yum. Very brooding. Yeah, it does. I'm kind of wondering when I'm gonna either that guy that we character, Catherine character, out of here. More game night. You can see a little bit about how with interpolation that some of these scenes make some very nice desktops. Back up to that. And we've seen his lab, so I'm back to the. Well, now that I've seen people slightly jumpy into characters that might try to start my character, it was really have interaction with. Turn on zip mode. You guys are having a problem with it. Now, this is after we put down the extra. What I did is just looked at my hint note, but the bill that we just writing. In the room. To at least, or that was off to our should be go around to us. And, oh, actually, no, it's fifths, not. Oh, whoops. Not ready to open. Or off to the left again. I'm hearing. Oh, oh, okay. The avatar moving, but not hearing. Bump the mic so that it's directional. Busted. And then move mic a little bit. If that helps any better. That's actually part of why I have the avatars. Things like that. Apparently there's a direction. Learning to do. Button. Kissy. Back down. Problem. Then I'm gonna go back out the across the bridge I just raised. I just button I went too far. Right, the spinny dome. Okay, that from the other side. Door. Oh, okay, okay. So this is the other side of that door that I just saw from the road. That makes I have to exit where I started. Get through that room. That should get the door that I just went through in front of me. One where I'm at now should go. Feeling I just. Oh, I should have gone. Okay, that wrong. Part. I have to repeat that part, but I now know where I'm going. This turns into stairs, and we can't actually look everywhere we want to, but above us is another layer, or another level. Kind of see back again. That loop one more room. Couldn't get. Want a door to get through. Kind of annoying that in some spots you can hit the button, can't actually get anywhere. Other way. Five always throws. Y shape they've got in the rooms. Stretch. Stretch in terms of direction. The other directions that back up to the via those stairs. In about 5 minutes or so, I think get to the next piece. Then I'm going to quick break and just see whether or not the Lego build will actually operate for me sound wise today. But the video in state I think I'm fairly happy with, but whether or not. Now this game, just like other games, is going to have alternate endings. So the hint page gives me a flag saying here's where you might want to consider alternate endings and save at least one extra. Lots of. Now the stairs can go up. Oh, we have to put marbles where the are. Oh. There's where the. Might take a little. big piece, like number them. Put it in the back and islands. Bubbles, a lot of sense. Hard to see. Not the size of the game at this. I've seen other players who will bumble their way through, but a little bit. That one. Definitely. Oh, well, welcome in and welcome, 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 Ray. You. Hey.
Hello.
Welcome aboard, everybody. Let's see if we can get ITT. So, what were you up to today, guys? Probably do Minecraft. Today is my whatever Wednesday, so you're just as a bit of a break from Minecraft. I would normally do days. Hey, I'm pleased to see. Ready. So this is a puzzle that we're working on where each of the
Hello.
represents a piece of the island. Out hunting for wings. Ah, yeah. Zerk says he's going to get me into wings eventually. I don't know if that's actually happen or not. See, my kids say I need to have wings on the Minecraft server. Like, don't fly very well. Look at the puzzle. Oh, there's a. It does do something. Down, and is it right? Oh, hmm. To my couple more. Apparently, I have an awful lot of opportunities for saves. I never save. Ooh, gonna make a couple more. Just because that way we have all endings that we with. Then we can pick alter. And I don't really care if I misspelled it. But wretched world. All right. So let's got it. Now, just so anyone who's recently arrived is aware, I'm using a tip sheet. Generally go here, generally go there, or you're not ready for this part yet. Reason for that is I've seen people derp around on these where they spend time on these puzzles, hours and hours, solve one of the puzzles, and I'm not a fan of spending an entire stream. And I think it's actually kind of boring, guys, if we don't progress. Okay, so let's pull down and put covering. That's all it does. Huh. Okay. So there. This is a good time for me. Quick pause. Pause the game. I'm going to try something new and not go screen. So yeah, get a little bit better at using my my alerts and stuff. But on live screen properly. Lego screen did, but it was a delay, so. Alrighty. So just giving you guys a heads up, while I'm here, I need to rely a little heavier on the mod because I can't always see what's going on the screen. I had my phone set up as my motion detector, so being able to see what's going on is not happening. Where am I here? Okay, you guys have sound, that's good news. So, I'm just gonna grab the tablet just so I can get some eye on what you guys are up to. Okay. So this may end up in shot. I'm just gonna take a quick look to make sure it doesn't. Nah, it's not bad. It's survivable. Alright. Lego time! Yeah, we won't take forever. So, we've got this is the Fluffy Hogwarts Fluffy Encounter. I got it for Christmas, and I actually hadn't been opening it because I've been debating doing this sort of thing for quite some time. So let's just get a start on this, and we'll see how much complication there is to the first step, because I'm not a huge fan of skipping what's called the knolling process, where you take your bag and you sort it, but I'm not going to count that for you guys as a step to be redeemed as a points value item. I just thought that would be a little bit unfair, but we thought, let's put the box down. We've got our instruction booklet. You can see we've got Fluffy there, and the main three characters, and the harp. Lego, hi! I'll just set that up at the back for a second. We've got found the stickers. Yay, stickers! Alright. And then, we've got bag number 1. That's what we're going to start. I'll put the other two back, but there's 2 more bags here. And let's just start with this one. Right. A lot of noise when you first open a bag. But yeah, there's a little bit of knolling to be done, but not a whole ton of it. So it's not too bad. They come in 2 different bags. I never did figure out why some pieces are sorted into one bag and some pieces are sorted into another. There's Fluffy's head. One of them's asleep. That's kind of cool. I'm going to show you in just a sec here. So we've got 3 different expressions on the Fluffy heads, and I don't know if that comes out on camera. Yeah, there you go. Kind of see them a little bit. We've got 1, 2, and 3. And then we've got, it's one of these 20-year collector set pieces. So it looks like we've got Hermione in this one, so I'll just pop that together quickly. It's the collector characters. Oh, go and try and drop the head on the floor. That's great. She's in a good mood in this one. It's not one of those dual-sided heads. And she's got gold hair. And I'll show you just one second as soon as I get it. Though it's definitely one of the kid versions because they've got the non-articulated legs. So there we go. So there's Hermione. And it's the 20th anniversary version. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Nope, wrong way. This way. Yeah, it kind of gets a little blacked out in the shadows. So anyways, it's the gold anniversary Hermione, and we'll work on the camera zoom for next time. Because I think a little closer. Give me just one sec to see if I can get it brought in a little bit. That's a little bit better as well, okay. So, okay, I'll just have to keep in mind that my build shot got a little bit tighter, but it also means I can see a bit better what I'm up to, right? So we've got Hermione, and she's got the 20th anniversary on the back. And yeah, and then we had the 3 characters, right? And I'm putting all my fingers again because I thought that's kind of cool. My head's back the other way. So we got the 3 you guys. Not quite as cool as some some people's 3D printed stuff, but it's always fun because Lego is just a hoot. Now this Harry Potter, it's difficult to show on camera. Yeah. But he's got a dual-sided head, so he's got a face with a grimace on one side and a smiley face on the other side. So he was all happy and smiley until he saw Fluffy, and then he freaked out. So I'm going to put the freaked out face on the front. It'll work well for doing a diorama of the experience. And they gave me his head in this one, but it looks like they may have saved... Oh, there it is. Sometimes they save the legs or the head or some unusual piece until the smaller bag, and you kind of wonder why on earth they bothered separating them. But there's our little Harry Potter. Put him back. There he is. There's our little Harry. And let's see if I can do this part quickly so we're ready for the next round. Looks like we've got some fluffy feet in here. Then there's some strange printed pieces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm chasing around the desk here. And those two. These two. Now, knolling stuff in future will probably be done off camera unless we're at a spot where we need to change bags as part of what's going on, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about that most of the time. Okay. I'm not too fussed about like sorting where everything sits otherwise, as long as like pieces are close together. So I don't mind having stuff spread. However, I'm going to push things back as we need space, so that's part of why I just push them around together. On that one, I'm assuming those are going to hold the feet because there's 4 of them. There we go. This piece and that piece. All right. So the edges of one's done fairly quick, and then we'll head back to the ribbon game. Yes, PP Zerk. That does remind me a lot of putting olives on your fingertips. I don't usually support that with my kids, but I'll admit I have done it myself on food, not in front of the kids, but growing up, I used to do that sort of thing. And when I washed olives and put them in dishes and stuff, I know my kids like them, so it was a great way for me when making salads and stuff to help ensure that everybody got a fair shake of the olives. Otherwise, somebody would pick them out. So yeah, like they'd pick them out and keep them for themselves separately, which is really kind of frustrating when when everybody likes them and then one person got all of the olives. Of course, then that's also when you discover in some commercial salads where you get one olive that has a pit and everything else they managed to successfully get the pits out. But I guess it's probably better knowing in advance than having them surprise you. Okay, one here. 1, 2. Okay, I was having trouble finding some of those. It's kind of funny how many different pieces they need to put together a creature like this. Because I don't really think about how complex these guys are. So in with the Lego builds, after most of the knolling will be done off camera. But in with the Lego builds, we'll be doing. Oh, there's the wands. Okay. At some point, I'll be doing a really quick tour of what the room looks like that I'm in. But I want to wait till I've got some shelving from IKEA to be able to bring my Lego into this room, because at the moment it's on a sofa table upstairs, which, great, but I'm running out of space up there, and frankly, we'd like that room back for some other things. It's not taking over the room in a big way, but I can't say that it's inconspicuous by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, that one's rolling away. I guess my desk is no longer flat. This desk that you see part of is actually what my parents used to call MacTac desk, so it's like part of particle board underneath most of this stuff. And but it's actually fairly heavy particle board. Ask Brent had Sherlock Fox. He's had to move it half a dozen times. But the particle board desk has been with me since, oh goodness, probably my 11th or 12th birthday, and I'm now 42. So it's been around for a good long time. There's some funky damage to it and a lot of scuffing and scratching on it. But yeah, it's been here for quite some time. And hopefully we can get back to the game fairly quickly here. I mean, this is one of those spots where I do think I'll probably be putting the Spotify tunes back on. Just wanted to make sure that things were working in a technical sense before I got too fussy with the artistic elements of it. because, you know, Lego has its own artistic stuff, but it doesn't always, it doesn't come with backgrounds. And while I could regale you with silly little snippets, probably not all that great since I have trouble keeping focus on two different things like that at once. So, yeah. Where did this wedge thing go? Is that the only one? No, that's one, two. These ones go over there. These ones go over here. Flip them over. We are just about done. I got weird little shapes there. Any more wedges? Don't see more wedges, but this one goes over there. That's a flat one. Okay. It can stay by itself. These two go here. And one more little EDB wedge. Okay. So, I believe, for the most part, we are set-ish. I could probably get them more out of the way, but it's not super critical because some of the starting pieces usually aren't very big. Crinkle, crinkle, crunch. 3, 4. Okay, so rather than be belling the whole time, let's see what we got. All right. So, I'll open up the manual, and first couple of steps will be available. But in the meantime, as I make a mess of everything and have it all fall over. Come on, manual. Can you sit down, please? There we go. All right, so let's get back at it. Not the most technically advanced display Lego, but definitely a little bit of fun. Yeah, it's actually interesting because a lot of the manuals used to be only paper, but now you can get them like there's a QR code on the corner of the manual I've got. So if I really wanted to, I could just scan it and follow the steps through my tablet. And we'll see how popular build steps are, because if it becomes something that viewers are enjoying, then I can look at potentially putting another screen up where I show the build on one side and the digital version of what step we're on elsewhere. But I mean, that's a complexity state that is very much secondary to what we're really here to do. So yeah, we're having fun though. Okay, so back to, we're going to go to the top. Don't catwalk, the stairs, room, bridge, and button. Oh, I see. Okay. First rotate the button. I have to go back to the other spot. Yeah, exactly. Well, the I don't know why they offer both, but I think it's because some people don't keep the manuals after they have a display kit, and then years later they want them. But I don't know why they offer them in digital right off the beginning. On the other hand, some people keep the the manuals and the kits of Lego, and then they don't actually, they don't keep the box. So it's kind of funny. We looked on eBay for a box for somebody was looking on eBay for a box, one of the kits they were trying to sell, like a friend of ours, and discovered that the box itself was getting, like, without any Lego or manuals or anything else, a box in half decent condition was $50 to $100 depending on the kit. So looks like we're gonna have to turn this one 3 times to get 2 times between the doors, 3 times when we really need to turn the doors a different direction. Just because this whole room is split in fifths. Mouse packs I can hit. Oh, we're back. Button to be lowered. Big dome. Follow the cat. Up before the path goes through the rock. Button. Lowered. What button? Path. Hmm. Oh, towards the spinning dome. Okay, spinning dome. Path. That would explain. Oh, that's. Morning, Peregrine. How goes? Sorry to say that you just missed a Lego build piece, but there's always the opportunity for more. And we are playing Riven today on the mysterious edition of Wednesdays. Oh, okay. I just did one probably about 5 minutes ago, so I will definitely give you that within the next 10 minutes easily. I want to make sure that I can figure out where I'm going here, because apparently I got myself kind of around. Sure, definitely will start on that build. I'm glad you're doing well. How are your how are your ribs feeling today? Because it sounded kind of painful. But it was interesting though, because it did encourage conversation between Fantastic Sherlock Fox and self about reminding the kids that they their bikes back in shape. Ah, there we go. Went out the wrong door. That would explain. I'm really glad you're doing much better. That sounded painful. And quite painful. Oh yeah. So how did the bike fare? I did forget to ask about that yesterday. Bike fare and all. There till Monday? That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I guess that means then that you'll be walking that same route at work for a little while. Quick. Sorry, the Lego thing's new, and I haven't built a button to unmute that one, so I forgot to click it on the way by. Okay, so I figured it was kind of cheap just to give you one step, so I'm giving you the first spread page. So I've got a little boat-shaped thing, and then the last piece is to take, I've got 4 of these little like click tube pieces, and they want us to shove them in these little 1x1 things with a hole in them, and then mount them on the corners of this piece. So there's going to be 4 of these. Sometimes this tech can be difficult. Sometimes it's a matter of the complication and the sheer number of steps makes it easier to forget more things. And sometimes the more you put in one place with easy buttons, then when you have something that's not an easy button, you forget to do it. So yeah, that's okay. If the Lego has worked under the today's tech situation in terms of like how I've got it set up, then I can easily make easy buttons to swap to it and unmute things and so forth. I can build that all into a one scene switch button. I just not necessarily critical. Okay, there we go. And there. See, so we've got the little boat shape with the things in it. It's probably going to be his belly with like leg mounts, is my guess. And back to the game for now. Oh, yeah, just before we go, so we've got cute little Harry. He's freaking out. I left him in that mode. And then we've got Hermione. Zoom isn't great on this one, but sort of a 6 of one, half dozen of the other. All right. We go. Okay. Now, if we get an audio feedback at the moment, just because I haven't shut off the audio to that other camera as an intentional test, see whether or not it feeds through this scene as well. If it doesn't, then I'll just leave it enabled. Got new configurations too. It's been about the 3rd configuration setup I've had. Yes, the 3-headed dog's name is Fluffy, for sure. And so when the kids get told how to help Fluffy, or pardon me, how to put him to sleep, then they're like, oh, and we get Hagrid.
Shouldn't have said that.
A little bit quiet on the sounds, but yeah, because he shouldn't have said that. And I probably
Shouldn't have said that.
either. But that's okay. Righty, so back in Mist, which seems to be Riven, I should say, seems to be functioning for once. I think. Mad? Maybe. Okay, so we're supposed to. Now, there we go. Back through the row. Hagrid would be proud. Well, yeah. Fluffy is far more fierce than his other dog, Fang, who is just an average Joe looking dog and is quite the up. Okay. There's very clearly a viewer on this one. Oh no, whoops, that's not what I want to do. I want to go up the stairs and look through the viewer. This thing. Changes. There's a button to press. What am I supposed to press? Gold. Really? That'll be interesting. Oh, nope. Must have got it right because it's changing something. Symbol. Oh. Okay. The dome will stop and open. Yeah, you don't say. Thinking book. Hmm. What I found in a book in the laboratory, but on a number and letter thing. Makes sense. I missed some. That's the bottom. Laboratory is out of that. So how far back do I kind of at a standstill in your application apartment complex? Kind of stinks. But I guess, it's nice able like for the landlords to be able to trust the roommate well by having extra information. So it's probably worth it for them to wait on that. Oh yeah. So for anyone who may not be aware, of course I also play Minecraft. I've mentioned that a million times, but I play on Dadcraft 73 Java based Minecraft server for Patreon members. But he's also got a Bedrock one, and he has a Java based mod pack server for members at tier level as well. Get to his, I can. Farming Valley. Interesting. Hey, that's not what I expected, but then again, I'm not too sure. Not too surprised. He's been going through some sort of odd, um, out of band ones. Okay, so looking for something that would have a. I mean, it's the journal. It looks a bit like the slider we just saw. I thought this was the code. Um, but it doesn't make sense because there wasn't enough information for that. Oh, never played Harvest Moon, but I've definitely played Valley. Hmm. And decided to install coded access to domes. Codes. I wrote that down. In this pattern, dome. That book. Stardew Valley is kind of a fun one because it can be interesting in terms of how you go about doing the very game. They, I don't have Otter. Okay, self-P. I mean, these are blank books. He's obviously ink is the problem, not books. Hmm. the laboratory. Sorry. Makes sense. Lab. Hmm. Just sounds. Oh, wonder how to put that into. Hmm. Commentary on the that doesn't. What I missed. Looking back at the hint notes, I think, what did you? But I'm not seeing it, so I can put those. Is I guess the only way to. Stardew Valley is kind of neat. I don't know a whole lot about it beyond the point. My kids were playing it, but then point at which it started to get a little dark, and my nearly 9-year-old had been playing it, so it wasn't fully. She was understanding what was going on, and then when she switched interests to another area, I was not going to do much about dissuade, telling her, hey, your game just got odd. At least on a faster machine, but Farming Valley is a 1.0 and similar back made else. Farming loaded 1.16.5. Huh. Oh, I see, I see. At 10. Somebody made a similar one, so probably these as don't think. Seems to be averse to autumn. Tab. Funny, I got to the crater, little and switched buttons. Sounds like it's got zip mode when it feels. Loaded has 50. That's good news, but it's also a little painful. Bridge. Depending which mods they are, that actually could. Hmm. Down. They reference to article I read. Other critters up there. Right. Scientists and some other guinea pigs. Blah blah. Wondering whether they were as directionally enabled as mice to be able to find their way through. I kind of wonder if you figure one rodent has. More tips. That's the key. It's just more that I don't know what I was looking at because I thought I wrote down, but I can't find it. That's a little. I'm gonna see if I've got one handy. Should have. Look at a different walkthrough. Any tips? Got this one wrong, but I want to look at exactly what I need. Okay, well. I have a little disappointing. But let's see what else we can do. Because I don't want to go there. Can't get there if it's not gonna work. Okay. Go down. Oh, that separate message to the top of the existing death message. Example givens, I'm not saying that I'm keeping track of how many times you die, but, and then the death message. Kind of funky. 619 quotes like that by default with the option of adding more. Cool. Really kind of a neat list. Through here. Up the turns around for me. I see. Alrighty, okay. So we're doing a bit of a wander, but that's zip mode got me there. Oh, nice. Yep, this steam powers that route. So the zip just like popped up and I was yeah, so there we go. There. The question is that where are we? I don't know where. Just getting it running right. Add shaders. Yeah. Some of them look good with shaders, some of them don't, and a lot of it has to be the power of your machine. I suspect yours might be hefty enough to handle it, but app. Island do you want to exits? Hmm. Put everything else in. Trying to look for tips somewhere. Appears to off that where I'm actually better. Exactly. Mine's about the same, actually. That's just be the other part is currency can down. Been there. Backtrack. If all those fail, backtrack. Let's meet laboratory. In there. Here. Hmm. Here. Hmm. That's steam. Oh. Under. R1 direction. Here one. That direction. Need to change. thing so that, like the modded pack you're looking at, um, have a hunger issue, or sorry, a thirst issue. Kind of neat. Okay, apparently. I hope not to RL Craft, because that was a bit of a rough series. Watch people. I think my kids tried it briefly. Week. Yay. Not too bad. I'm glad it. Oh, I do anything. Hmm. The thing is, I don't know who. That? Guessing. Major lines seem to be every 5. The right hand. Okay, so need the code here. You need to find some place that would tell us what the are. I am getting this all wrong. Yeah, totally wrong. Obviously, I've missed something, or it's being done in a different order than I think would find useful. They put in the code. Well, I have a suspicion then, to number line from left to right, we'd be able to figure out what number it is, but we have to figure out what the code is for the numbers. If that makes any sense. So the letter code number thing, like the shapes we wrote down earlier, and we saw in laboratory, those pieces are all well and good, but we have to what they stand for. I'm gonna head up center, breather, grab a quick coffee here. For a little bit more centering. Good spot to leave off for the day, anyways. Half decent visual. Direction. Okay. just raised that recently. Not backtrack. Back past the laboratory. Hey, just put them at the big. I did try that actually. Oh, another gold one. Symbol on here. Kind of see it coming around. Clear away. That door. Aha! If I can get there. Oh, no, not the door, please. Not the door. Let go. Oh, another viewer. Okay. This one I can stop the dome because I know I have to hit at the gold thing. Oh, shoot. Circle. Get it. There, now I got it. Used to be a little fussy where you hit the button. Stop 2 of the domes. And if the code is the same, pardon me. Excuse me. If the code is the same all across the island, the run at the okay. Different ones. More piece. Either. They don't appear to be powered, so buttons. That's the viewing hole. Oh, okay. Well, we made a bit of progress by accident. Yes. Right, so I need to figure out what I missed. Codes. Figure out do regarding the power to these domes, because obviously I can get to the right place, right button. I know what they're supposed to be. But I messed with the put that back to where going back completely back to the start. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave everybody here. Just figure out which ends up and what we can get organized for next week so that I'm not quite so rushed. So I want to say thank you everybody for joining me. I will be back tomorrow. Probably gonna do some more mansion chopping down. Just enjoying the headspace of that one, and thinking a little bit further on how I want to do the designs and the layouts for decorating inside the train. So crossing my fingers that'll be next week. I'm also working on figuring out what I should be doing with regards to outposts as opposed to purely brute forcing it on. So we'll see how things go. Yeah, hopefully the stream weekend coming up, I'll have a poster soon for you next week. Wednesday, yeah, possibly for tomorrow. At least I'll have a placeholder. But for next week, schedule sheet I can start showing you. Yeah, so we'll see what we can into the. Then I I think we're over to Maribel Jade and watch her. She's playing some Minecraft. Please do send her our best. I hope everybody had a great time. I will see you tomorrow.
Mischief managed.